Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that score is a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, listen, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 23 yards, the final tally. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
At the 47-yard line.
Mark the hard. 180. Drake 382. Lane 50. Drake the hard.
Off the play fake. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Come on.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
throwing is Murray on third down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. And Diggs has it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he finds Cook. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 69 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check.
On 2nd and 7, Murray, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Right now, easy. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, Steve 6. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Now Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now after the sack, here's 3rd and goal from the 20.
Let's see what you got.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's get it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Watch the run. Kill. Check 43. Switch it.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
It's 2nd down.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check. Flash down. Check nickel.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
55. Check, 55. Mike. It's our time.
Murray with a third and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Danielle Hunter. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 30 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Check.
On 2nd and 1, Murray going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
You can't block me. Mike 55. Come on.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Yo, 55, Mike, 55. Hey, go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, he's got it to Williams.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Check 55 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. It's our field.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Well, he's going to go for it all. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. On play action, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking. Crash. Any weapon.
Murray now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, alert 3. 25, check 25. Rush in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Damiere Byrd there to make the grab. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will get them one closer.
Vikings 38, Cardinals 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, Murray. Throw caught here by Byrd. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Strip that ball. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check. Kill. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Right here, right here. That's mine. Mine's 54. Go, 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 28-yard line.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down, Arizona.
Wait, 54. Rabbit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Henry. I'm coming for you.
Murray now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. That'll bring up second down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Danny. He's crashing.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Cousins to throw it. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Corey Peters there to bring him down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
My sons, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. the game.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them are not the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta show me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flyer field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bitch. Wait before the deal.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for that, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they out on my. Hey, back then didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. X6 back then used to have the zip. Blood back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Love's my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pass.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
That's the way.
X3, snap.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Watkins, the intended receiver. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines They're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Throwing on second down. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing, Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
64.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On second down and 4, Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Ready?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. As Sanders has it poked free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Here we go.
7-7, our score after 1.
The end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Ready. H3, 2-18, chopper.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Patch it. 22-10 bomber, 22-10.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 3. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Dirty base.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
8, read. Exit. Get ready.
They'll set up a throw. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel some...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready, break.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. 9-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Elliott. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Letting one fly deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Finding room inside the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Let's go. 8-3.
Eagles first down.
All day, baby, all day.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score
10-2 stop.
35. Eagles 14.
I got you.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll drop the throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game, could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Again, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm sliding with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the track and love the spin. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up.